as a young guy, 20 years, joining Asante Kotoko after a very good season with Brekum Chelsea, saying how fast I move away.
Movie there because I was very happy. Yeah, many because as a young player, na many opportunity. It's a big opportunity to me, so I have to grab it. Yeah.
This season, say we are one of the names will be a deeper. Na obo no confidence ehina gather sa confidence playing in the league very competitive. O confidence ni free.
Yeah, because ball no we will be a me training pa me training. Na as a footballer, you have to get confidence 100%. Yeah, so confidence na ema me yeah adwuma no.
Kumafo ate onka Kotoko supporters ate onka ba me sure say dodo na anim ba o mate onka. Obo no ye wunya nhase mboy nemum se wo pese o mu ehu sene obo no tie a nipa ben na obetimi de obo no akase o wodi besusu no ama o mahu sene obo no etie.
Yeah, because muhe Vitinha, they were Paris Saint-Germain Vitinha, they also born. So na me so me born. They should keep supporting me. Me so I'll do my best.
Na why na ton craft for say oh Asante Kotoko hian nti bra bebo ote ye no na ofa ne say
Yeah, me am meeting pan na FM Obed na kwa me ketia on FM. Yeah, nti me call you know. I was very happy. In fact, I was very happy because as a young player, na many opportunity no. And you know, Kotoko is a big club. Yeah, so no many ajipa.
Ibrahim say when you Kotoko are always a club you wanted to play for and I say you feel say we they out of nothing and now when you have opportunity.
Yeah, name me dream say me Kotoko. Name me dream say me Kotoko. The opportunity ni ba en. Na many ajipa.
Eche na Kotoko ni Brekum Chelsea share the FA Cup semi-final awo takwa. Ye nyina hu modern boy. Na o ka bibi se baba yara am so twem ho kakra no na obetimi ni ahye sa story as o film kra na obu ofu di ntia.
Yeah, because let me name the reason why ntia oyi me pay that you know, let me name the reason why ntia because me pay you know na me buy na me catch up say because always be a me na me fa baba ya. Yeah, nti me pay you know na as a omoja no because we hu say we na fa no we hu say we ba sembu ma nim say me na e wo say me yes adwuma no.
Nti na wo nyo so kakra.
Yeah, nti na me happy about it.
So feel say nka wo ma nka baba ya ntimi nye sa akọ.
Yeah, sure, cause say na mbu ma nka me na me fa no at that time.
A sign of a competitive fighter, like a real footballer. I said, "Go for Africa, who go be wabai."
So be the be every man yakopon. Yeah, let's give everything to God.
Okay.
Or one in him the oil.
But at the end, Stronko na ade ba Kotoko anti supporters no embra show. At the end, ode ba ayi different.
Seven hour came before Upia did not two no. And the way they say off enkomo. Off enkomo.
Because that's the amamino.
Oh, Nyanwa. O can see me there me de. Ke bam from one come be pa. If I ask now. And Ghana player be home.
Thomas Party. They say there say by Monday na contract. Monday no.
If Monday ko
Arsenal player be. We wish him all the best. Yeah, hope he so benya. I'm told say Galatasaray or interest.
Minji say party be person be ko Galatasaray.
No, at this stage it is not the club. At 31, it is not the club. Two key issues: whether you'll be regular and whether they can pay your expected wages.
Mitie party interview be. He was talking about say on the family. omo sisi ade omo ye stable ewo London Kumo in England to be precise ebia na English clubs maybe a bit me for na say maybe
it's not England
maybe Spain
maybe na some comfortable London there say so better England but now can the family can remain in the UK whilst he played there or they just 1 hour flight. You can always, if you want to visit them, it's not that difficult. So 1-2 hours you are there. I mean, just say no club in the UK today our pay party and a bit when you party sika oji. Yeah. And so on there, on my day sika samaka football.
Of course.
And just ask I think there were points of disagreement. Yeah. Relative to wages.
And yes, Ikadia,
time.
Okano Gardner Zubi, Boma. I think Pate is better than them.
It's a good opinion.
Yeah, Boma. Pate is better player than both of them.
And no cast will be answering and your pay.
So
them going to say, so what's the matter? And I want to be the
now party after party.
So don't tell me the answer, mammy. Was young anyway. What I say, Yanko do be a man.
Oh, yes.
And all the answer, man.
Yes,
Obia said there be out to me the chair was watching.
Yes.
And unti and with a young no wasm. Yeah, I'm ready to suck a radio Bible.
Party after party.
I had Bible.
Party after party. Player, watch it. Man admit for the action bottom. I'm a 5-1. And then Muslim Pamana Kofa, Christian Noga.
Baba, but Obiam Pamano, on the Aslan, she said, I'm very a contract that is ending. And I maybe as I will be contract very a parties in you. Minote, Nimigo Patena Casa mean renew. And it's all Nahana or pontificate here.
Boss,
that's not.
But I interview my grandpa, what grandpa Mati Binidia.
Okay, saying,
or not you on your landing Kuman Covetina.
Now, lend the answer and go.
Perutin and Comona. Odino and last season near
the number of clubs
and near my own fee say or yeah last year with Arsenal team now. I think Nkobepes or better not to us. Going to
because this year the
interview
you don't know why it's even to Otrana the whole year. That is not fair. No, it's not fair to us now. Nipa mi no akose dem on buy obi ase e kwa ebe. Ba buy I say Arsenal na epam. I think it's not fair.
Party after
5-1 no.
Party after party.
Sa ayini na.
The party ya madi pa.
Wow, the party wa boss 5 years, 5 years. Party joined in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, for 45 million. It was a good money Arsenal paid. And after 5 years no. I'm running a berry. You're wishing all the best. Thomas. Okay, so another new name is there. Arsenal for Arsenal the
party after party.
Membanto a man for him say. Supporters in and we and Kaibo. Come on to William. Now by next week, all signings will be done complete. Now Arsenal Ashe Preseason, Arsenal beko Hong Kong and Singapore. Now Omaba bebo the Emirates Cup. And let's go Bilbao money and the normal we na fee on the 19th or something. But that time I him for ni namba. Na nanoma be do. Say a year or see a day your school. Say to Miura Joe Careso no matter can kepa and then no gadi
Chelsea rejects
na enyefe obo kra obabi o wa na go bi mfare
Chelsea rejects
say Zolonuza.
Oh yes
obi o nzo wanya yire ye wedding pin ya ko bi aye no Other than I left, I wore for baby.
And
then
Chelsea reject.
Obia Bibi will be reject. And the sanity. So, and that's only I do go. This is my bedroom. I'm going to be wedding be away.
Oh no.
Oh, Banu do be ahead and that crack. Oh, you go get to the new movie.
Boss really ready.
Okay.
Reject.
Ke
papa, o crack pants man come
I kept on with that. I kept asking fun as a second. A decision. The whole you are the first person I might say. Oh, can once to get Kepa for 5 million.
Oh, you ask now goalkeeper.
No, to get Kepa for 5 million. Some ran on me understudy. No. 5 million. Chelsea turn over 80 million.
Yes.
Today, in few years' time, Arsenal is paying 5 million. That is any friend financial prudence.
5
million.
Chelsea, Adiano, Chelsea Pekra.
And that's not 5.
On Pekra.
On a demo.
On film so uncle.
We see a bebo planet in the drone of Babada. Any man do drone of us. 5. Salzburg manager Thomas Lash Lech or say or catcher Madrid said they are not on a holiday. Match in your match to. So the team said I got about 12. I'm saying no baby na. So na Madrid abo. How much is that?
Like Ghana
Ochina. And I'm married, bravo. Okay. Me will say a Mbappe trading.
No, I posted say or your back. Or no,
okay. So
he's not part of the squad.
No, he's training.
Why training? But
the
issue is he's not part of the squad.
Fernando Caro says that the club did not sell Florian Wirtz for financial reasons, and instead accepted that he wanted the opportunity to play for Liverpool. Okay, so Chelsea asked for information on Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and then Arsenal agree. I'm saying a shock deal, 15 million add-on with Bia Kambuma, as and please, he's not replacing Thomas Partey. He's replacing Jorginho. Oh. Not Thomas Partey. Zubimendi is replacing Thomas Partey. Don't get it wrong. To those who are the students who are writing. Nipa or replacing Thomas Partey. If any Zubi Zoo. He's currently in London. Net Danny BBI ready. Now not to them. And I'm in a good table, so I'm waiting Preseason. And I'm there Moniki. Aboniki. Yen na ho sa koba zubi zoo okay enti bacho mo true story na mo England ni ade no Jorginho no a okọ Brazil no ono na no gadi ba be replace no okay so nya sanete
sa no mo kan
enti on replace party Zubimendi the best world best on the vibration.
Where they?
Lumin informed Real Madrid of the decision to stay before the Club World Cup. Alexander Isak, Newcastle have no intention of selling Isak whatsoever and want to renew his contract. And I do have and say Liverpool are turning their attention on Joe Carres.
And Isak in the boss last time I say
I'm the I think that is a New Zealand
Newcastle for I said I'm turn that.
At that time, I went to Liverpool for go carries. Over sorry, I got there. Say, more heady bad you see. Okay, so go carries at Liverpool very low. Very palm. Go for any bro.
Said Darwin Nunez Napoli.
Omowie.
It's not
na Napoli no ne Lukaku ko che position na.
Coach is open into no be hu how be use omo.
Yeah. Also, the Wakasane who has moved to enforce a decision by CAS. Ordering has a vote to pay 100,000 Ghana cedis by July 7. Yeah. Okay. And July 7 is in a week. First day, Tuesday. So 7 will be by Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Okay. Has been ordered to pay the full outstanding amount of 106,477.42 to adit with an additional 5% interest per annum from September 15, 2020 until the date of the final payment. Is that from FIFA?
FIFA ruling, no.
So the committee further fine has about 20 and then 20,000 and yet
free cars, free
for failing to comply with the cards within the required time frame.
Yeah.
The club has been given a final deadline of July 7. So Coach Abdul Ghazali and Fifi Parker Hansen set to officially commence their duties as assistant coaches to Masoud Dramani. The duo will support the newly appointed coach Didi Dramani. Kotoko resumed training on Wednesday, and with a justified inclusion, attracting over 25 players and run.
Yeah.
Vincent Atenga said Ghana players in the pay
Pa.
Was he BJ 1,000?
It was 1,000 now. All family are better 1,000 cities. I was born outside the Biahio family.
Atenga neka.
Vincent Atenga.
Anything.
Or Senka or Sresenka, you beat me in your salary cap will be the GPL players now. And I said the Ghana Premier League and Quebebois.
So he's calling for
yeah.
the DNCG, Direction Nationale de Contrôle de Gestion, the National Directorate of International Management Control. So what guys are go for we more? Omona SC Lyon and Gobo Division 2 no.
Yeah.
You know what happens in France? They say league season abewe no. And yet baby OD and Kwana do beko anymore. Then DNCG for they will do an annual audit of every football club in the French from all divisions. So they will review your budget. They will look at your income and expenditure. They will look at your staffing. They will look at your financial terms, agreements, sponsorship, everything.
Yeah.
Now I conclude whether you can still play in the league.
Yes.
Based on your circumstances, they can ask you to join a lower league. Can your staffing, your salary, how much are you paying your players?
So how they also more enforce a club licensing.
And that when come go beyond the club licensing.
Yeah.
And no matter say na DNCG no. French for kind of Direction Nationale de Contrôle de Gestion, National Directorate of Management Control.
Yeah.
Purely for football.
Okay.
And that is from the state.
Say empese
Not the football association.
Yes, a club will be intimate any player.
Not the French football. This is from the state. I buy NSC okay. So Bobo of France. You submit end of the season. You submit all your documents to them. A complete audit of the situation. They will look at the budget, review it, your staffing, your salaries, financial terms and agreement, and go forward, your sponsorship. Now you say, how much of your expenditure came as by way of sponsorship, your tickets, match day revenue. They already
yeah.
And UEFA has a similar one. UEFA the NFL no club financial control body.
Yeah.
CFCB.
Yes.
And no mdi hwe nyina. E solve about Atenga problem no. So what I say. So
Ghana had
a GFA asema.
Ghana had a so much TBD and you just giant league in the ball.
And you nyaibo you cut your cloth according to your size.
Now so told you this club say yes some and your my the
so you look at the key issues of remuneration, for instance.
Yeah.
How much are you paying your players? This kind of the comment time come referee. Yam fanko ye draw. You na be free. Sika ye nye way. Player top. Ya top 10. Ya pamu 20. You na be free.
Yeah.
So what I say. So they will streamline your activities.
Sure.
Because me sure say near man this can be you know. Say come the map players now.
Okay.
They can pay more than the 1,000 the players talking about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expenditure.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
what I say, and efforts to get sponsorship near there, most of them are just seated. They are. I did some work, and there are a lot of companies are. Omunya idea of how much can sponsor teams are. They'll be interested.
Yeah.
Yes. Some who say your team will be when you be a man 20,000 a month. Or be fine.
Okay.
What I say, the now then baby, no man 20,000 bosome. Some will be 30,000 will be good for them. Some 50,000 big. When you be able to be 30, be over 50,000. Most of them a bit make your salaries.
Yeah.
But their efforts no more yet. They are still not interested in those things. To be a name saying they be forced. I'm why, and that is what is happening there. I think that's to go for it. Okay. Solo. Sorry, it says why no. Can I open tema konya there? And that's something common does in 58, 59. Sports lawyer in a typical black and green. Yeah, Sometymer yellow no so one I can no.
Avokus are down.
Sir.
Yes.
We have
Avokus. International.
Top and down here.
David top.
I know they are combined.
And no catching some for precautionary money.
Was it there are 3 types of money? Yeah, well, speculative, precautionary, and the entry. Yeah. Yes.
Is it lawyers were free random buyer? We're free random buyer.
A green, black, and white. No, white.
No, me class and mine say white we count there. Na the minimum yellow.
Hey, massa, now put a careful to
And this count one white.
Now the color says
Me fan say Sometymer or she. And this grass anyway.
Oh, send your
and man go chief baby.
Eti anopai yama special good morning na yama wakwaba Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV. Emera sanso pay ye konko phone crosso na ensemwa edi adencheche ensemwa no pay ebum fumpa onko phone crosso no ya de honsem ato anim nsam no edoso ene anopay na mom de disafata sa wohwe na otie ena yede ema wo kitikiti man polibi ena ewoma akansuo yanom akan no pa ampay ya tu abo asetre no emra ya confirm emnum no nyina ama wo on Facebook Oyerepa live Oyerepa Radio on Facebook now. Yes, I a FIFA Club World Cup num na dietenie yen soma ana di to just no crap amuche River Plate aboma a cap mienua River Plate anti a caramobie the kind obeda fans nina ase niama we yedene amanya good start ewo FIFA Club World Cup num emra na ehyasie ningina mu no omom ana top group no na omode group na am top and too much na fe round of 16 am trying to say am qualify every ho or say River Plate am good match pa na mom am take am chances ni ye Enzo Maresca boss Emma Chelsea na report or dia to dwane or say Liam Delap na on minute da enye se bia ohunu wo Swiss town and okofa no upon the adwuma our City Academy no enti wu say Chelsea boys no omuvia onimsa na niema na Nicholas Jackson no sa niema na bi ewo Liam Delap movement ene kwan a or composure to score no ningna niema o twanim sam ebe daddy ewo Premier League no emra 2025-2026 season etime ashase Mamelodi Sundowns coach Miguel Cardoso and on say ewo mse qualification yan santimi anka nambom yanko America nko gu ehu animase na oko America yo teams ni bia omuko FIFA Club World Cup omuko fie no omam 4 points bia nko fie o ya de 4 points ana eko fie and boys was some money team je ya clubs so mo ya de and ya boom over 30 teams ana eko ntisi free mu na 4 points ana eko fie make some motemborom akona name Lionel Messi. The Etienne are the highest paid player in Major League Soccer for a 3rd consecutive year. And the Openino Abanisika Samoa, our Surupa, Secretary Ordinum, a greater than the entire payroll of 21 teams. Our United States of America, Messi compensation qua $12 million. The Major League Players Association and a G2 jam and I don't some to an and I pay and Madrid go to Philadelphia. Now I'm going to Philadelphia. Philadelphia Equaya, Amofasu Edu Yenie, Onimsa Nyanko Pobwa, 1 a.m. a day, actually, what's known is a unbelievable game at the Etia, that of Salzburg, Inti, Yabasha Quaya, Madrid Faso, na Salzburg manager, Thomas Licht, Emma, at the Etu Jasa, Madrid, or Kamawate, or the warning, and say, not here on a holiday. United States of America, sir, a holiday, and Yaba, Omania Brepa, and Tim, Omochanim, sir, Ometim Atinkudim, Nankupobwa, Otnam, na Madrid coach. Chapi Alonso and a day I took me boys name and there's so here a intensity sabonum kutawa and you can say jaho or say person I was say yeah Juma or your player now I say usia kai I'm a mother the first trim sa person here open one Juma bono a free one sa I was say ultimate person and you Chapi Alonso Nisma or the Tuka Gonzalo Garcia I say I hope I can be like Hoselu what do you say Hoselu about Madrid no one mass special player by now or your bench warmer namum Obekaya Madrid and a Bayern Munich official Ebenyasa wonderful win no Emma Madrid a qualifier or say ono Gonzalo Garcia or percent or yet to say wholesale our Madrid in 2025-2026 season Brahim Diaz I am the best club in the world that is Madrid I say no abo best club area say Madrid and so a best place in our and I know the only time about fighting for position in the team and then some out there to jump and then I pay Pep Guardiola at the Atuja say Pelegi Colline our camera say on this year and the couldn't I'm saying at the band BM 3 matches and I said Rico Lewis Hamadi Atunso say on to me and more Manchester City our FIFA Club World Cup say on test young Chemumo Dena Kodania Hamadi Santaboe Atunso na Club World Cup when he said teams no sofa pa say about heater weather condition our hono masa heating some ketwa and Pep Guardiola say I say I'm adapted to the heat. Say I can say on to me be am fan fa na ni plus no I say I'm adapted na I'm deliver I'm on heat no and excuse bia na Pep Guardiola press conference and na ahead of Juventus and some way and a Pep at the Etuja.
But the hot is it's obviously so we're going to change it, right? Always better to play like as a stadium like we played. That was fantastic, but I think all the teams have to handle it. So it's what it is for the new World Cup, the next World Cup. People know it already. But yeah, we have to be ready to suffer. And Rodri, can play, cannot play. Of course, it's not for 90 minutes, but play the last minute 30 minutes, 35. So it's making a step forward. The last 3-4 days didn't have some no problems, but some niggles that sometimes have. It's happy that we can add minutes to him. But no, the good players always are the good players. The good teams always are good teams. The not good teams always are not good teams. Depends of the performance. In terms not bad teams, for the fact that we are playing a good level. So the South American teams, they are more mid-form because they are in the middle of competition. The rest of the teams, Euro teams, is at the end of the season, at the beginning of the season. Like you can see it, and but no much difference. I would say. I think everybody is complaining a bit for the weather, but it's what it is. It's hot and humidity and difficult.
I say Obia complaining about weather. A war United States of America. Now intimacy sano into also adapting now for about Camilo only a Argentine midfielder. Na Arahusama Eba HM say Okoye Sergi on the Kotoko na Okoya Wama the Eba fit the Argentine Football Association and say Ura Camilo Atuanum Ewa Enciado Emra Oye Sergi Ewa Nikotoge Inti Ano Arahusama if Argentina Eba and pay and yet Ama Rodrigo Cascante Oye City midfielder Bekaya 2024-2025 Rodri and Timmy Nsiakai and Man City due to injuries. Also now, feeling good are you happy to be back? And are you happy, sir? Okay, squad, Ebo FIFA Club World Cup, no. And you better, sir, on it, better add the trophy. I mean, for FIFA Club World Cup in 17C. Now, remember England, now, young transfers and letters are. And what favorite teams, no, may shall say, Afi Inter Milan and Manchester United, Obakaya, able to drum Rasmus Højlund, Sir Inter Milan, Epe Rasmus Højlund, Omra, Amaya Juma, Emma Timno Diameti, and Pay, HMSA, and Juan Boni, and Commodum Aquanimi Pa, Sir Inter Milan, Ebe Fanom, na the another player after Boni, Rasmus Højlund striker, Emma Manchester United, said Tibia, or some, I'm a Rasmus Højlund, Eba Kaho, Midna Manchester United, Everton defender Gerard Brantwaite, Diamete, HMC Manchester United, Jombe Pia, Brantwaite, Ambe Faranafe, Abejecho, Ama Manchester United winger, Alejandro Garnacho, Dietenium Garnacho, Sika, and that Garnacho Sonom, say, Abafem Kaka, compared to Sika, na, season January, Napoli for the buyer, United, and I say, Nevolum, Abafem Kakam, Have Elliot, Unimsa, European under 21 championship, no, Egusua Ekoso, Enra, a boy. Emma England under 21 from ultimate echo finals or their two just ultimate and here on Kodami and under 21 championship room. I'm a bomber depa have Elliot and a etan Waneri Nelson Kitoka and I mentioned I'm a etan day now Fernando Caro or no Leverkusen chief executive officer say and yes he can say he can quadia and Florent Veit and Quatline and Kwankobe Bia or your player nanke sikasem kra kombetuam amanata nemum na boy ne pese osia kan ema Liverpool enti ena amujanu mu a okosia kan ema team ne say clubs makuma miensam ebusa about Carlos Augusto from Inter Milan na Atletico eka home Juventus and yate Arsenal due to Federico Di Marco presence our San Siro nti Carlos Augusto bonum onya bimo yate se Atletico and Arsenal and Juventus na ebusa about Carlos Augusto or available na full and form any intention bia ebia wate say Rodrigo Muniz ambetono na ko sana mu chem say Rodrigo Muniz no wo antono o many intention bia say Alexander Isak ambetono amana fitim num ye ko Spain Chelsea Marc-Andre ter Stegen a goalkeeper Emma FC Barcelona nyina nim sa with Espanyol Juan Garcia presence no about day ama Marc-Andre ter Stegen yes Chelsea for ebusa na say nay Barca na mo kramo pesa mo tono a ya Chelsea pe goalkeeper enti Marc-Andre ter Stegen emra and your reporter if Chelsea so ya eba and no play Ray Oviedo and so ebusa about Lunin that Lunin available Madrid enjoy Lunin na amaya juma ema Ray Oviedo oko Barca so ya President Juan Laporta or say and crap nano storia me be ye say ansumonin 40 ekoya adwuma ama Monaco no krawom na boy ne player bia officer say Monaco no yere no ho a na ti be betima samba abaya adwuma ama FC Barcelona Lautaro Martinez boss player Franco Mastantuono and on say obona baso jantan youngster na our date officer betima abuam ama anima koye ama Madrid Chabi Alonso or say Bellingham midfielder and we continue as a midfielder and yes Uruanum at the Tuja boss AC Milan I say I'm take firm interest I will do some Vlahovic some Vlahovic ba na obey Juma Emma woman even to say ready say Tono sound so and Samuel Risi obesi akan ama Milan Javier Zanetti or say Carboni and a Francesco Esposito on your players are on Inter Milan pa in 2025 2026 season it's boss player you so
na CP apon dey ba clinic for and de enam your social fantum anim say eni yade even Qatar pressure we ni so and na afi glaucoma or say water coming up from the head baby na taste any no so na nsuo bi ni ade diabetes stroke pani namunsem hernia fibroid goiter na ye compo pressure no bi ode po bibia no see Dr. Sam baba Dr. Sam atrase
okay
atrase this year wo
Dr. Sam there
Kumase Sofoline soldier for no kwan so only assemblies for no na ben na wo frɛ no 0551 098961 0551098961 and one no and so ya na assembly so be di komo ye kai mo ha chairman net saying
nyame adom
ho ye
patcho nyame
ho ye pa go for the car na ba ho
yeah sure
mugo so dada no omo mo kwa yi om de say anom de ba ho ni nyame pa o
yeah interesting
everyone say
fix my right yeah sure
fix my right the cry no most me ba ho and say nka me kwa na jadum kwa jadum just no gina wa bia minis ansana hospark ya ajeso musie sa woto na air condition so asay just enema ha adwo
Lincoln now
can't you imagine drinking water so you be the home come but you be too young go
Emma Ghana Falca member 100.7 Samson if you live on Oyerepa television you pass through now you didn't come on within the next 10 minutes you say wa fair 2025 and per se obe compromise on your safety in terms of here so obe stay alive and I'm say oh my Ghana ehia obusuan kasanso ehia and I was say one so to me contribute to quota to the development of my Ghana. How would you be able to do it? Ningina so be stay alive. Now what me ayo ho na why a jumanti see be related to car and I car home general service and the best place I was opted for now when any bedi juma and so I fix my ride. Kumasi ya 100 roundabout in between Gridco and I Georgia Hotel premises on man I think crime so ya order call Carnation Highway Street and so oh here live on your TV setter almost your numbers and eguas ya mesel fa na frɛ sabre ya ho kwan sɛ obɛfrɛ menka sɛ o twama maka sɛ bi mpani for bejo so na wana mene wa bon kom obɛfrɛ on 0500 210 191 and I think 055 149 8884
number no so me babeti
0500
fix my right number
0500
210
191
and I think 055
149
8884 now wait a minute and heading come on what television sets and also maybe who say egu asia previous times I'm about him say na me pull up data na statistics at share number of accidents first quarter of this year and the last year road safety commission they a good one website they accessible and you say you amount for with the numbers but then your person sense of urgency a conkind they be a make say a quiet accident first one it's you know sometimes a secret copy and obedient one won't answer yes the case of spirituality is there but then you be an yes sir cars be a be one say car would di juma they also want say once in a while one kasa de car never call now subject to car to their friend is a total overhauling because said the science my say ya rebi your honor might me woni pede anemu eche na so bon said dey prekopa betimi akun no sound so and a car fault na ye symptomatic ka say symptomatic ya pese che say asie enso nioma e beda dia mo hu say o car no asay anase pese say no bon say enta na di entem enu nti na ho behia so beba na aye de friend said total overhauling na ye ka total overhauling in car general maintenance ade na pese e che de pese e che nyina ne se wo assess car na say wo diagnose car no na wa hwe hu say fault way anasa fault say MP outright the name ewo ho so wan hwa ama wani ama ho na wan siesia e likely say betimi anam so ama car no when your accident it's a question you be say no pay say so you private driver and as a commercial driver when was last time I do car no a call fitting shop and also the bar fix my ride say get total overhaul and then fama it's no hon common and no pay any mu edi nti you say once in a while one kasafa car ne bra at a cost at that form yen jo bibi kase bia na yen assess car na ehu se car no 40 bia ne ho asie because one hwe ya se pie prekopa e betimi anam so na ekun na agye won kwa anase beje won kwa e de afri won sam nti kan na ehye no nso sanso na afei say accident car sing na yen ye what the technical know how ayebo an ye sisi ama na ayefoforo enipa mienu ana miensa one betimi agye won kwa de afri won sam one you know we do an amount two eye de osisi o car de amount nti o car no ene hwan na esisi de amount dodo na need their friend say technical know how e ho nimde pa esi ase nti o do car be fitting shop bi obon say bolt bi a ye 6 obetu afri mu obetu 6 ning na afri mu or replacing the back carbon sana or the 3 ashim additional 3 no on fan kan wo kokan wo say nya hwe eye bibi because dodo na ni ennim kan ho nimde onim sa hanum se na wo say me hwa ase fi wo say me ye kosi hanum se ni kwan say me ne mensa eka nti yesi yen ye wo sa technical know how nti accident cars nyina age sa wo kasa wo mpe enu po sa wo kasa wo mpe mpa an option so betimi aton car ne dia mayen as scraps na ye tua wo ka nti yesi accident cars are imported e de afabrochie e de aba anase de wo hanum se ya car na nya accident na pese won siesie na nya foforo yesi fa bra fix my right na ye moa na ye siesie ne kama na enya mono kran fa emaw obi hu a better say the afei kra no wakwa akotoka no nti yes so men compromise on your safety bra say dwumadie no yendi ne kama emfa maw old type model cars yes you convert at the new type model cars and they be all car that's very discussion ayana amount for a very skeptical kakra yes fix my radiatimi a cars no early 2000 early 90s the be ya say be the offend some modification inti nei part keke ena ye de keka ho ya modify car no amana ba be to say the current contemporary car to say the car no recently ya na ye manufacture car no say ya Land Cruiser akase say ya mini 4x4 say car be out they use na per say ye moa na ye converting free old type and famra new type no what the ane say what the air car ne be en fa one car type and as a brand I will use it. The only thing I was all yen is order car beba na boa na ene ya converted from old type model cars e the new type model cars cars bia ya boa na ya sa modification e wo hom so na afia ye de friend say engine tuning and as a common like say engine changing na the yen na say bia na wo engine no and say outright e was ye no na no enso ye de hu dwuma kama pa enso e de amount yes say we embark on a long distance journey embark on a long distance journey you be yen na say obeba yen premises honum and I say obefre yen na yama yen workers no aba o car no ho na ya sense car na hu say so long distance journey na person when back na obetimi akwa na so wontimi nko bibi wo ho a wo say yen siesie mfanya de ben emfa ma obi kro ho no ma afi na wato car foforo onso osori anopa na obetu car na de wo so wo ya ansa na wato car no so obi ya amatio aba fresh onim sa ne o ma nyina nti no so sa education no so ye de ma free
mo de ma wo na de be ma wa na ye mra ho
de bra ho de ma free ye nje wo hwe you get it nti wo di anes over consult na wa fix my right na wo ne no so edi dwuma yes is all yes skilled worker na so one yes skilled worker so when your time for mba emfa car na mba ye workshop ho no ma ye wo towing car so to car ni free ya ma car courtesy delivery along the line of the car car na break it down o di ane se obefre yen na abro car foforo na dia to awogyani no so na dia say ne ye de call yen workshop honum na akwa kosiesie dia ma frɛ yen on 0500 210 191 and I think 055 149 8884 now what's a mini and abo and komokoma you are hojo run about in between Gridco and I Noble House honum and I think crying so ya wo odoko Carnation Highway Street no so ya na best near active was Queens and asim what the answer obefre ya car electricals and I say can say car wiring into dependent on said ye opsi pese o car electricals ninye bia no ye ne side ya de ben e de amount obi bisa me say ne car no toy na panel screen panel na mbo ani mu obetimi de bia abo ani mu ana a conflict ana say nipa bebre agidi say for certain type of cars be da bi nyesa say the person who siesie car no emu electricals no ni nyina ye boa ni ya ye enso e de amount sanso and afeye ye car upholstery eno na ye can say car interior decorations ye deal with the body na ye come na say emu interior decoration no ye fe efiti o seat belt seat cover seat na kasa o dashboard emu asiesie nyina no eno enso ye na ye na kama pa enso e de amount na ye say and am say the current contemporary world of digitalization teno yembo ye tiemu enye o car no fault yes mfide ne edisi so na detective fault bia ebom na ede amount it me sell car ho ensem opesa wo get general maintenance usiesie wo car maka na be ye mono foforo kra you say the best place I was wo de wani kire and so you fix my ride hanum say brand so it intimi nka ni nyina but they ye integral basic ho hia no ena na ya bobo so de ama opesa oto eye car mono de ye tear rubber and you will be a honoma ye ton at a cost that from odo car come garage for one mon ton car intemenam high percentage a one of the atoto so or the car ne bam ye beton at a cost and at a price wo pe na wetimi enso aba baju sika home use cars ningana ye ton bi ewa ya see honom nti bibia related to car and I feel car ho general service and the best place I want so ba fix my ride fragen any among komo on 0500
0500
210
191
and I feel 055 149 88 84 Commercial 100 roundabout in between Gridco and I Noble House premises Honum. Samson I think crime so your call Carnation Highway Street Honum. Finally free on 0500 210 191 and I think 055 149 88 84 to be very related to car and I think general servicing. The best place I also do any chair. I fix my ride, Mr. Otuo.
Boss, with our CP, fix my ride. Inti, you beba this time cars on a high, can't high pa. Na masa na eje dum na do bia. No man for chuma no ho. I had. But I say fix my ride for na baba.
Boss.
Onim say I'm afraid be stomach lining.
Stomach.
Okay, the patio spins. Oh yeah, way.
I said, "Na me kase party me sega atasa in the bed."
That be still no warning. Yes, you ask now. Warm weather. Kakra no man started preseason, so he's still there with us now.
Oh, say everybody knows that the contract now worry. So
the makers make sure baby always see.
I heard there. So
is here kase no be sending me.
Party is a professional player. But try to respect the contract. My contract new year.
Something with Zimbabwe.
Sapate is a professional player.
Man, yes, say. I know
He's a professional player. One of the best midfielders in the world.
And I make a show say. See, I can say. Pate, Saliba, players be on the can report here. Omo. I say one weather next week. Weekend to West number started full preseason. Bomb warrior, Juma Kakra Crabio. They said, Obia and Yabiomo. They said,
because of say preseason basic assem.
They said, the
club arranging for friendly matches.
Rest period, no cross swati. Where Ghana, dear no? Ghana, dear, say, you really league that being.
The way league last month.
The real league in jail. Me just 4 weeks about. About 2-3 weeks ni.
2-3 weeks.
But next week you move boysim. For instance, it's some Africa no. Manchester by late August you almost started prelims.
Yeah.
And you know say also to me start your one. They say almost preseason also time no so tete pa.
There's a clubs no said about said no. Omunya a lot of money from the preseason.
And that's how you cannot survive.
Yes.
You cannot survive. Direction nationale du contrôle de gestion for oneself. Non solo ka se hadi bi ba am se jabo no bo. Omo na ma Lyon for one chire omo no. Now everything you are doing is converted to business or converted as business. And yes, sir, you cannot survive. Say you may be a business. Just say Ghana ball. Bravo. Jai is here. You man just way.
Yes, Yanko is.
It's you. See to me, man, from managing. Yanko, it's you.
Hey, any amount from right now. If you have voices back,
and to the chassis, man.
Tama. Saddling House of Oak with debt. GFA pushes the legal cost of Francis Ajete on Haas and fines them 20,000 on top of it. Tama, we say now na FIFA for the bar say Haas for Kutuya 106,477.42. Na eno ba ye no na FIFA for say ablante no ekọ cars no cars for say ablante no call cars no legal cost no 1,000 CFA and also so no Swiss
franc
and also so no GFA ni has in change and they sorry you know GFA for disciplinary committee lawyer Ado Esquire or say GFA has in Tiasa amount to me na cars GFA and the has any problem and only choices na £1,000 CFA na cars sinka has any GFA chintua no GFA for so push the house for say omo house no sentua omo ye no was find house 20,000 Ghana cedis account he said aka so
what's it there now so binja
tama pato cars boy ni sika house eno dey ho ana cars we no say house GFA ni house legal cost no boy ni koye wo cars no GFA ni house in chentua
sa no mo kan
eno so
wo hu say
yes any
come here
cars bacho jima boss no mo adaro ma unse nkata de na fe we dey aka verdict na we dey buy no enti cars verdict no kire say GFA ni house enche sa cost no ntua but na ye da sorry no GFA disciplinary committee led by lawyer Ado Esquire Kojo Ado meboa ana o say sa aka no a cars si GFA ni house ni ntua no omo GFA no mu ntua enti house nko ntua e no wasa find house 20,000 dia kan enti she said e ka so tama e ka so na begu house so she said she say mo fra eja kan be no buso mo say ni si house be dey
da be enye na mo ka say GFA ni house ntua
e verdict
point number saying so the Court of Arbitration for Sports rules that the appeal filed on 15th April 2024 by Francis Ajete with respect to the decision rendered by the GFA's Appeals Committee on 26 February 2024 is upheld. Would not just say, Appeals Committee ruled in favor of the board.
Yes, until me kasa my house, until me head and say GFA is saddling house with debt, no, because so we hear decisions now. Boy, no, the case no no has appeals no di my house. Boy, ni appeal, I'm saying di my house.
Debbie, Solomon, just say.
Boy, the boy on your show.
Me, but I can say, ya uphold to be as in. Say it stands. I'll say. The appeal filed on the 15th April 2024 by Francis Ajete with respect to the decision rendered by the GFA Appeals Committee on 26 February 2024 is upheld.
Player status committee edit ya boy no
ana appeal J2 mu turning the verdict no in favor of the player.
Okay.
And for that the second has to choose as can at the time of appeals then has entry.
Yes.
And about the forecast.
So the decision rendered by the GFA Appeals Committee on 26 February 24 is set aside.
So what I see. It's set aside. And the GFA did my boy has.
Debbie.
Set aside no.
It's a case in a very juma.
Set aside no time you but never set aside.
Okay, so the appeal filed on the 15th of April 2024 by Francis Ajete with respect to the decision rendered by the GFA's
Status
football GFA's appeals committee on 26 2024 is upheld. The decision rendered by the GFA appeals committee on 26 February 2024 is set aside.
So
Accra of Oak Sporting Club Ibo Limited is ordered to pay to Francis Ajete this amount and plus 50% interest, 5% interest per annum as from the 15th of December 2023 until the date of effective payment. The present procedure is free of charge. Accra Sporting Club Limited and GFA shall contribute jointly and severally CHF 1,000 Swiss francs towards the legal costs and other expenses of Francis Ajete incurred in connection with the present proceedings. All other and further claims of prayers for relief are dismissed. Okay, now branch any penny money be account. They are dismissed. So it's just that GFA never ruled in favor of the boy. At all levels.
All levels, the GFA ruled Emma has. And I want to appeal or cast. And the on appeal or the cast and a cast for Jitum.
So now in the disciplinary committee of GFA,
thank you, boss.
In a matter of Francis Ajete versus Accra of Oak SC, in a matter of the enforcement of Court of Arbitration for Sports Decision proceedings, in accordance with Article 56.3 of the Statutes of the GFA, Article 15 and Article 52 of the GFA Disciplinary Code 2019, the Disciplinary Committee hereinafter referred to as a committee considered the ruling of the Court of Arbitration for Sport together with all the sporting attachments, the record of proceedings of the Court of Arbitration. Now, the decision. CAS in its decision stated that Accra of Oak SC shall pay 106,477.42 plus 5% interest as from September 15, 2023 to the date of payment. The decision of the CAS further stated that Accra of Oak SC shall pay 1,000 Swiss francs as contribution towards the legal costs and expenses of Francis Ajete. Enforcement application. On March 4, 2020, Francis Ajete wrote to GFA to enforce the award against its affiliated club. Francis Ajete reiterated his request on March 19, 2025, to which Accra of Oak SC responded that they wanted to sit and agree on a payment plan, which the player later rejected. The player informed GFA that Accra of Oak SC has still not made any payment to him. Article 15.1 of the GFA Disciplinary Code, as amended, states as follows. Anyone who fails to pay another person, such as a player, a coach, or a club, or GFA, sum of money in full or part, even though instructed to do so by a body, a committee, or an instance of GFA, CAS, FIFA, and CAS decision, financial, or anyone who fails to comply with another final decision, non-financial decision, passed by a body or committee, or an instance of GFA, CAF, FIFA, or by CAS, A, will be fined for failing to comply with the decision. In addition, B, will be granted a final deadline of 14 days in which to pay the amount due or to comply with a non-financial decision. C, in the case of clubs, upon expiry of the aforementioned final deadline, in the event of persistent default or failure to comply in full with the decision within the period stipulated, a transfer ban will be pronounced until the complete amount due is paid or non-financial decision is complied with. A deduction of points or relegation to a lower division may also be ordered in addition to a transfer ban in the event of persistent failure, repeated offences or serious infringements, or if no full transfer will be imposed on or served by any reason. Decisions. After considering the above, the decision committee has decided as follows. 1. Pursuant to Article 51A of the GFA Disciplinary Code, Accra Zovuk SC is hereby fined an amount of 20,000 cedis for failing to comply with a court of arbitration decision. The fine is payable to the GFA upon receipt of this enforcement decision on or before June 30, 2021B of the GFA Disciplinary Code. Accra Zovuk SC must pay 1,000 Swiss francs to France Agita as per the decision of CAS on or before July 7, 2025. 4. Pursuant to Article 51C of the GFA Disciplinary Code, failing to pay the amount stated in Decision 1, 2, and 3 above, the club shall suffer a transfer ban, both domestic and international, until full payment of the amount. Should Accra Zovuk SC fail to comply with the Decision 1, 2, and 3 on or before the deadline mentioned above. 5. Finally, that in accordance with Article 15.2 of the GFA Disciplinary Code, Accra Zovuk SC hereby want to comply with the decision strictly, failing with the sanctions threatened in Decision 4 above shall be applied automatically by the GFA, its bodies or committees, IT department of GFA, and all departments of the GFA. I say, Kojo, I'm saying your first point of interest is why the decision was silent on point 5 of the CAS ruling, which is Accra Zovuk Sporting Club Limited and GFA shall contribute jointly and severally 1,000 Swiss francs towards the legal costs and other expenses of France Agete incurred in connection with the present proceedings. But Omar is silent on the cost. Cost no.
Before we do the final way, no. Decisions when we say decisions no. We do the last stage, you know. I think point 4. I think if I'm right.
Pursuant to Article 15.1, the jail code failing to pay the amount stated in Decision 1, 2, and 3 above.
There will be point 3. Sorry.
Pursuant to Article 15.1b of the GFA code, Accra Zovuk SC must pay 1,000 Swiss francs to Agita as per decision or CAS on or before this date.
Meanwhile, CAS decision they say has any GFA ni has ni na.
Omunchentua. And a GFA is a calentua.
My headline this morning: sudden has with debt. GFA pushes all the legal costs of Francis Agete on House of Folk because and Tama, the main cost no 106.477 no 20,000 and now you did 5% no so you check here no mini solo ni same check here bo am so me
oh you what we are costing
5% on the amount
and 97,000 for September
97,000
97,000 Ghana cedis.
And I just said me back per annum 5% per annum. So it's 2 years. So we find 22 out of 24. No, 10 over 12. Say 2 years. And you're 2 years. 2 years. I say you're 10 over 12. 22 over 24.
In the time, never 1 full year, which is September 2023 to September.
Okay, we say more months now. More now. You go school no dia. Come for 24 months.
Yeah.
No at 2 free.
That's right.
No why symbol proportion.
So find a symbol proportion. I will 1 point. I think 82 or 8.
Okay.
Depending on what the and I see 1 year 10 months. 22 divided by 24. 1.83 months, which is supposed to be the time. Now the interest rate in our account, so the principal times the interest
5% of the
5% of the amount,
which is 106.
Yes.
Per annum. And to calculate it 1 year.
Yes.
And now we go calculate it 10 months.
10 months, yes.
Okay.
Per date of.
By 22 now, and now 10 months. Okay. Nti oya symbol proportional. If 24 months is to this, 22 will be what?
Yes.
So it will be less. So more will divide.
Sure.
No, you 22 over 24 times this.
Yes. The principal times the time times the interest.
I'm an accountant for them. Okay. Okay. I know much here. See, as I science student in a way,
Science students are.
And I go ask.
Science students are very simple.
I can't involve the searching science.
But we are going to come
across.
And he said, "Oh, said the main amount 106.477."
The DFN, the only one has in China.
I think FA must be made to also pay amount to be. I want so much more money on me and a cover cash. No,
it's not like that in the legal world.
So, but maybe can't in a normal. The FA no crown.
Mammy tried. And until I walk circuit court to high court to appeals court, justice. Lower court. It doesn't mean the lower court did not work.
No, but the
interpretation and the
plan must have exhausted all the avenues of the FA and the court case. So to the FA, the planning needs to go to my court case. So to and can you condemn player now? Our player ever suffer this.
And I just said for that soon we are sending the entire. So as I say, because he won at a higher court, the was my papa. If you have the evidence more, I could convince the superior court. And the Obi, lose over no cover, just 1 year, my papa.
But if you know, and how to see players, no, the episode means so some Macassa. What I said, nothing just say, when I could your man's name, Daniel Gozamo issue, no, been something or the Comujigam the choir eventually. They most of the times, no, so almost the clubs, no, I say. I would favor clubs no in such a you say we a single player and say fight
and criticals
they twist him rano
meba amra the critical
every FIFA the critical the FA cannot critic FIFA na critical
boy no one use GF mra
I'm not
which says that okwaha na anye ya akwaha okwaha na anye ya akwaha
because you are affiliated to FIFA
but the boy quoted GF mra.
Of
and
course, you start with the GFM. So I agree with you. You start with the GFM. Now go through the processes. Then when it is why exhausted and can order we know. We are affiliated to FIFA because without FIFA,
no, but I'm saying that GFM status now, or members squad the 2 months. And the catcher so aha nye yakwa.
And I'm saying when it is
that boy no nya GFM going to be in caucus.
And I'm saying when it is that you are affiliated to FIFA. So
GFA to mu say you be affiliated with FIFA and until I'm say omumrem at the GFA's Congress.
But going forward no I saw due diligent because a lot of cases here they bad be catch one. Who say they be na kwani overturn. Who say first na entities as a no because people didn't have that knowledge.
Also won cases at CAS.
Of course yes.
Ebisu di bia free akọ CAS.
Yeah they are not if for a book player
by Monday say cast a GF and has and GF for say has intimate register player amount in there say she say we na me say samem come na omo hwese nia omo ya bit my na samem nyi I think voice into we na fi ya baba other ones so ene dey gun kakra fine go high ebe kokra ba na di be kaka
wokoba
a family man playing in Ghana Premier League receiving only 1,000 Ghana cedis as salary. Can you imagine? It's very bad. Even that one, sometimes it is paid. By the time it is paid, you owe more than your salary. Vincent Atinga.
1,000 cedis. Salary wise, you know, to say premier player, no, 1,000 cedis. To be honest, they're very bad because one, oh man, oh papa, 1,000 cedis, we should 1,000 cedis in Ukraine and Samba. Before 1,000 cedis in Lebanon, or the carbon 1,001, or the carbon 1,001. To be said, at least you should pay minimum wage really. And not less, you know. At least you to know if you are young players, if you are 2,000, 3,000 kura, and you bad. But you could see my or you see me salary 1,000. Oh, we should be in bolo different win the ball league na mo bolo team is every was so salary ta two or three so no afro was we see na man dey so to me hwe no in surprise they dey so to sort out so to be be so come as say this telephone so to me minimum wage be the brain dan sa place me brain say on be free Ghana kono we ba to which market na kara dan say 1000 cities so no be so en ba o so be so en ba but we wan say osa the 1000 or the 1000 to ba biti every season no don't you be still of because say for this record na council so we ku fi
or person just as
o say akatua ni sha
ono na akatua ni so ananza
there be o say oni players be bri akasa na ebi ho kra
na players ebi so akatua 10,000
tama say dudu no na yekin on say dudu no na ye kan ya na ba ni sa na
on kansa
so o say bi ho kra na 1000 be ba kra nso no na waboka bi o free duan gare ni ade sound bu no na wakatua kan wabobusia na wabokasen we de kasen sa me hu aye kasa so bakro wo ma ni ma me wo papa wo ni nua ni na wo a ese ejanka obobol ye kutimi hwe om kakra
ti ko kan salary cap
enti o si game place salary cap exactly ebia 5,000 and 2,000 crampo no na ye senka ebebo kakra
and we nya bia hwe ni ma me
No, but so truly speaking, there are some teams in Ghana here, and look at what exist in your especially in the Premier League.
I didn't know.
The kind of treatment that metal to the players and even coaches. That's why they shouldn't exist. So when you're ready to football, and because for the love of it, and make people
some say yeah, more calm, more able to train down. Okay. The industry itself is not helping those who have invested. Because league no boy and send unyai.
Okay.
And I say catch them say untimi ejai.
You told him why me I will not cry more than they believed. The industry na M1 the players in it, are they complaining?
Players in it.
Those who are doing football, are they complaining?
He's an industry player.
And he's complaining.
And Tingase complaining.
No, I'm talking about the club owners and those who are setting up clubs now. Are they complaining? A lot of
they complain to who?
To the FNA. I was expecting to say FNA must open up, must do a name a ben hands also progress. I'm there.
And yet it's a very
must create an avenue.
It's a very big argument, right? I no pay now and then, and it's the fourth time I'm mentioning this one. Do you know why Lyon is in League 2? Lyon.
Tell me.
Olympic Lyon.
Okay. It must be a financial.
Okay. So the government of France and a cheese mente French among Fantame. Direction nationale du contrôle de gestion.
I want to French. Cool.
The National Directorate of Management Control.
Okay.
Direction nationale du contrôle de gestion. National Directorate of Management Control. Just for football clubs in France.
Yeah.
From League 2, League 3, and the say. Before the season begins, at the end of every season, you send your annual budget.
Good.
And they review your budget, your staffing, salary, financial terms and agreements, sponsorship, basically revenue and expenditure.
Okay.
You don't play in the League 1.
Fantastic.
Una di second, una di first. Now Sika Samina near the call. The Americans say abroad, say, if you bring this to this country, one
say the
one about Ghana Premier League.
Club licensing board no. They are supposed to
they
implement all these things.
Beyond that.
No, I said Ghana Hano. They are supposed to. So
if
look into all these things.
And can be no league in no club in Ghana. League
The Kotoko has to full.
What is their source of
And some
revenue?
you know.
Kotoko yes, Castle League no boy.
And so Sika directly from the league no more.
I said no has me again.
Okay.
League no more. Say Kotoko baby omi has omi yes kawe.
It's properly run. Almost supporters.
And can properly
and
the America say Munsusu me any players no so wants answer no more can. Because those who have invested kakra on bibia ni wo industry no me money timi tua enu nti na omo say wafro susutu obi na untesu as a the end also
as wafro susutu obi untesu do
so Kotoko de bia na omo wo tumfo ebia ha so togbe afede ebia we omo ni bi no they cannot get this money until buy this 1,000. If you collapse their business, all the players of those clubs will have to go back home. All of them.
That is the problem.
It's a big discussion.
Yeah.
Young man say large goods are Ian Kim Faisal. By Neman or any Kakaka, he offered platforms for young people, some of them, to move up. So the Mrawi Brenner, Ocheso Nyaboni, Ojaya, so it's not as if say, no yes, be and famma players, no. A Juma no more no. And first, Kabia Mrewom.
I don't know what to say.
I thought to be great here, Obedly.
And we're going to me a
can't best 6 times.
Why should
you are still doing it? I'm calling him. I'm calling him. And he said, Bia, young try be somewhere. Young Rana Ketting. Say, if you don't have this, you cannot do football. Quebec, Minas was a Beccabi. Nya ball no boswa
football is into me
and do ba o can see so no why you on when your team on bit to 5,000 10,000 as a whole bread
the hope so be a better offer
and I
don't should be your motivation
I also you know
and your cash no be show button
because you can't it cuts according that is the way I say almost some radio and mom to into come here
in fact what your explanation now abubu make akra
but you almost wa
we can make
omo di teacher ti you omo di teacher people teacher 800 omunya ebi to ebi 300 nyina esom sorry ko adwuma so it's not peculiar to football
as omunye teacher omunye the full rigors of teaching
we o private school school run what tear dem no asan kwalo mo area o and how tifie ntuso be bi no se beje 350 a month but how you on here foul so you see what is happening in football a system no
I think they have no issue yes
also yeah dey be also here on here ni enti to say oh France na so be so bobo ni bia first of all be congrofo we ho no matter on cratem no matter so on first so abitim dey dis adwuma we bia yes sir you don't start it at all you don't start it at all shatinga na sa tinga akọ professional ba
akọ ba ya something na work me kasa sa
also on the team sorting players now akọ bi o mo from sorting
so bre
no so baby any go sir now what is that 1,000 ni ho
so he's not talking for himself
for the general league for Atingan corner
baby any ko be una tazi bishop baby o
because you don't team obi ata
so you play be that Atinga you play be that Atinga
o ma 1,000 en just
you play be that Atinga
but 1,000 mini go stars
we are play go ho e say nyam bo be yi
o san ko 40 o
na we go stars 1,000 team ma
e be nyam bo be yi
papa nem prevent the finance director
so say na
summer test 1,000 team ma ho go stars 1,000 team ma ho teams who are 1,000 out say Kotoko ne be 1,000 aba Kotoko has better na 1,000 aba ho teams who are 1,000 team ma ho ne Kotoko has summer test go stars
tubo
mediama kra me sure
mediama duana se me so 1,000 be ho
tubo
osaji for hwemu ye mo bi 1,000 sa bechem agama hwemu mo bi 1,000 bechem me so 1,000 babu we na yan ma so obedi production bi
Kotoko IMC
MJ huon
Kotoko IMC to meet Walid Hussein Neema tama story with me so be interested Kotoko IMC to meet Walid Hussein Neema and his agent in South Africa today. New twist about
say the name no. O say wakoko do South Africa.
Player no.
And Kotoko so South Africa.
I Muslim can headline.
Tama.
Just will be South Africa don't be.
Don't be sure.
Headline with only some money.
Oba Kumasi. Oba secretary.
Tama.
Oba Kumasi.
South Africa.
Tama.
Oh, they can dollar.
Tama.
You can run.
Me pacho.
That we said Oba Ghanaian run to dollar.
South African run.
Ombe convert to dollar.
Omo hold the dollar could do crab assistant to rand and
Aye.
Bafo ko on is a late survivor.
South Africa. Na say we blow South Africa dollar nation.
The late survivor. So much sugar.
Tama pacho story. Try to baby. Oba be confirm say nyebusim kanemu. My adwuma pa.
South Africa meeting no.
Aye. Ebe baso. Papa.
Bacho Kotoko omo pese omo fa players saying. Bacho Adaruma be saying.
If you talk to them, to me, pinpoint say because my call to a level say even the coach Grandman na do nkomo busano. And he feels to say when it comes to transfer, yana normally Ghanaian clubs in free say un obenya untimi offload obi ebia untimi nya bi kwan ebia pese obeja say obedi kwan but so we say the financial power no wo sika betimi da koto bi etino sane man no cost nti kodokone has nyina go through that omuntimi en can say there ebia Liverpool bet market you need 4 players this season.
And almost said that war transfer policy.
They don't have.
Also, yeah, we underestimate it, but to get a Ghanaian player of good quality today, and yes, Kakito,
yeah,
the other man, so a free agent, and also old team now here transfer now. Yes, can was through. So, your man said a total cost of about 200,000. Then after 1 year, the player is asked to go.
Yeah.
The man cover sporting directors no buy no. Na player no call.
Okay.
Now we are talking about Liga. It gives virtually nothing. Any player we nko we mra. Yakofa coach $8,000. Yes, she say team. Yeah, told Jesse for bass for near the no. Who really na unya hwe o. And they are watching on the second and third. So I'm saying, so if you bring these players now within a season, yes, Oma Nyade, Omo de Monso, near Samum, because now some of the ADB and players Kotoko just okay. Okay, so Sisi Abem and Samba Dada 4. Okay. So young fan say justify the trade, baba. Some the trade can one. You would have signed 10 players.
And Kotoko will be hovering around that number. Signing Kotoko is will be hovering around 19 thereabouts.
Oh, okay. Very good one. So. Yeah. Among the players present were Enra.
And Kotoko first preseason.
With any preseason.
Almost that justified. The Kotoko I started the preseason.
Say old players now
with an old player and some journeymen. And my headline
no defender.
Kotoko.
Okay.
Kotoko I started their preseason with an old player and a journeyman for justify.
Okay.
Oko outside.
Oko German.
Osman Ademu. Salim Bafada. Samuel Kwatin, Emmanuel Ajimambedu, Ismail Enchi. Oh, I'm just so young.
Spiritus as an Spiritus as a secret.
Okay, Babu, we are near inquiry.
Now, Tama Ishmael the day.
One event,
one first one here will listen.
Honest, what baby that? SDA. James Carolina United. Dede.
Ishmael Dede. Okay, say the die you intimate me. Yes, I'm actually the day. I want you to see the one penny. Tama, Kotoko to play their first preseason friendly with Galaxy FC of South Africa, and Walid Nema, money agent, is working on it. Safi own connection.
On a work on there.
On a working on a Galaxy FC ne Kotoko, a friendly no. Say a penifona could do. I don't know. On the fear crab bank, Galaxy FC for training grounds. Agent in Tutti.
Walid Nema.
There be an agent, no, the Walid because South Africa.
Nasa na jeze Walid no Kotoko. Obi onim South Africa.
Oh, justify.
If you know Tima Galaxy for.
But my already friendly match.
Already no go man mo Galaxy. Why was sorry what's our headline? I just Walid Nema no maybe. Obi ani fie wo ha o ma Galaxy abo match. Na the player nam ho. Not nam Kotoko Asaba Ghana. Why was say headline?
Listen. One may justify no work.
I you know the South African after PSL no the next one baby I'm so coach here. Omo kra no they are able to pay coaches $15,000
I think I come first division.
Omo first division no. Naka Walid no there are teams that can pay him $10,000. Or besa asan ba say oh into wanyama for what say headline.
Even they say ya. Will Babayala be ready for Kotoko's African campaign? Stadium giving out for musical concert. NSA boss says there's no money for development. Tama, Asam Kasieba, 24 Asam Kasieba, Frank Eziso. About 38 schools and a musical concert in Babayala. Na Ghana Education Service in National Sports Authority from Penny for no. I can be area on the amount.
That's not just a night, 1 or 2 days. We've had meetings with them.
About 2 or 3 days of time.
Oh, when you're at the
because a stages elimination near the
and wasa. We've had meetings with them.
As it stands today, the stadium no, and yet fit for Africa for now. Kotoko cannot use it. Just a bit in fact, I know permanent.
But Neman on Ben is not about the musical concert.
WBN is about the musical concert.
We are going to move, you know. We can crab you.
And also so you can crab a home. So can be in with the name come because whilst sports authority for instance communion or VIP in the name schools for the GS for no say but normally banis and person no.
They are bringing almost expected over 10,000.
Yes. To some person compost stage now biom. Ti ede abeka pitch nkakra. Komunya pitch ni so na komadi aye.
Ba pitch no so beye omo toto nyo.
Enyum no ha.
Ba room no stands, on the stands.
Na fi dia ka no. Nti no enso so raise issues kakra say. I have to say kokoko pe baby on Africa no. Nti enso ho asem kakra enso ho no.
Ti e uwie no.
Me aka me nu kra na me wie. Pay 125,000 euros or forget it. Nations FC to House of Folk on Razak Simpson. Tama, you see there, Ghana for teams no must start bought foreign currency in amount.
Na Nations for. Omo fam ma house omo kan. No mo say Abdul Salam Otuo-Acheampong. Cast for Otuo-Acheampong. GF for Otuo-Acheampong.
And I was going to let the choice.
Now those are $25,000. If you ask him for now, now the only can do
almost a more value on player.
$125,000. Euros.
The bandits can go
minimum Simpson.
1.5 million.
Minimum Simpson age banker. It is
a valuation.
It is a DNA disable.
It's kind of player no.
Ghanaian club.
The performance no.
Ghanaian club.
Oh no, no, go to 120 ma. I can say. Go to 121 bas.
No, Quabruche.
I'm saying there's potential to go. Let them say minimum age.
And nations now man and go because the house in Yamincha.
Come on, before we trouble. President Mahama's resetting agenda moves to another level as YEACO Malik Basintali secures foreign teams for Ghanaian young footballers, but GFA are baffled by his action. Tama, Anopema Kwefi. They were baffled. Say, how can you be involved in something about football and the Ghana Football Association is not part of it or told or has no idea whatsoever? meanwhile wakoko minister no
Sharaf here no boxing na
tama
na GBA phone
dabi e na ma GBA president na resign no
president resign
and what do before resign because
and you know for
British boxing
na go for almost reset your mind onka dia reset
onka no tu no onka resign
waduma a wo ye na no wo ho ejim be reset ma
proper reset
abra odi mo re you know you dey obo no no team be no akonya
o say o secure a year oni foreign a year Ghanaian player bia we young who follow within the young youth dey no kwa dey any opportunity wo ho no ma wo ye wo ho obetimi nya opportunity now akabu abuchi akobobo
abuchi eva
nyamfa abuchi ku
Details baba later.
nyamfa abuchi ku
when net teams were abuchi ama
I feel that details baba interior.
details we be mu over
To say just just a statement no the two until I feel you train details no. Until this
na say e say yeah discussing ahead of the details
and to where
tete me ma ho de be na musa mu say bi I man say ayi intimanu intimanu omo wa na basintale so onya intimama intimanu no go hin
say why ye no who say why
na football the GF na ma transfer you
I say na GF for some ye Bafford no in fact speaking to some people at the FA no promising their Bafford
but I think too early said the FA no or start making comment or passing such comment
too early too early
you why you know a modern or the eba he's going to meet the minister the sports minister. The sports minister, no, if your master early stages of discussion.
Early stages of what?
They will get to the FA. You know how the whole thing will be done.
Ghana need a player. Ghana.
Oh, that is a Ghana player belongs to Ghana government.
Just Ghana.
Every Ghanaian belongs to Ghana government. Isn't it?
Who belong to Ghana?
Of course.
The Ghana government before I come out, my bro.
That's not the. Who can start?
Player. I don't belong to Ghana. Who is rubbish? Don't use words.
Sorry.
We are having a discussion.
Sorry.
Me, I don't belong to Ghana government.
Okay.
I have a contract with where I work, the company that I work with. Me no contract.
But
the Ghana government, my family say, me go ahead move.
And nobody is saying that. Nobody is saying that.
Before you start this thing, before you even think about it, you should get an understanding that footballers from Wohono will be our contract with this club. And it is also who compare you for Framanaya. The first point of contact is to discuss with.
So let's not jump into conclusion, no. And then per se by me say we shouldn't jump into conclusion. Say, just a modern one posted on Facebook wall, and I pick it, and I discuss it. You've not gotten deep into it. So how the model is going to be done, no?
They say only player.
We all know. As agency of agency for promoting players.
Obed, and I was over
there. Post no crown. It's not even up to 3 paragraphs. It's just one sentence, not a two.
What you're saying?
I think that
a slot for how much?
A slot for. So I feel for young ambitious footballers. It didn't make us say we have to wait because we are going to minister. It's a policy there. Say if unya hint of a policy that is coming up, say bobo policy based on that hint. No, I'm just putting an example. Exactly. Into questions, the best time you be answers in when if you launch a policy, no.
And professional footballers.
And I'm gonna say when they launch the policy,
I don't think
we get a
professional footballers
policy. For now,
I don't think. No. Sunday from if academic run as if exchange program be, because we all don't know how the model is going to be done. I think we must wait. We must wait.
Bypassing the FA, no minister.
I was saying,
because the FA are in charge of football.
Government to government, so you have to go to minister.
Legitimate questions.
Say academy, say academy players can go for the football. Nkuan obi onzo obi ayo obi dia. Enti ansana ka o compare juma mameno. at least kebia omo only players no yadan ka no manya hunkita ahudie kakra eno na bia omo so ko hu minister no meboa. But we are talking about a group na no ya no mo ne boxing for adi djuma Ghana boxing for so mo ni won ya lead to a resignation of you know e ba say na ye kafa ho
to say when you adwuma ye
so ya no player o ha
no kuchafani ba ya o dey move ba
and 25
obe just for green
emebe chentie nya ne sana de na ho
say de omo kasi
tie nya
fantastic we no kuchafani ba
we mom de eside hi
bi
si ba bi ada
so ka say kuchafani ba ha oni grofobia British bi na mo we brofo correct e ba ya ombe justify they know say place
they
know the place belongs to
they won they had an authorization from a GFA before they came to this country.
So let's wait.
The GFA president and their two members are aware of every single
so it will happen.
Justify now.
It will happen.
The example now say man any the statement of Malik Basintelli in fact obi be justifier or justify who player say player no contract with any club he negotiate with them.
So don't you think but tell about my is we going to back players not send them to
it is justify no more
and I say you need model no so we almost wait but I want to believe say if Ghanaian players have an opportunity to go outsider there will definitely be a justify your inclusion and all the necessary arrangement any the details will be okay, because this is about the government.
And they 20.
That's an example now money a bit different.
No, my mom
Baba justifying there. I'm gonna buy Ghana and I know say Papa ne Nimia.
Yeah.
Or more money in GFA is aware of what they are doing.
Good.
We they different from see ship players from Ghana to go and play in Europe or other places. You know, so most say someone assembly.
Two and more sports minister. Any discussion with the sports minister. Me sure say all necessary arrangements.
Sports minister need GFA for no be
exactly. Inti me sure say sana policy ne bia e be pa on to mano. Hey, ye be pa policy na on to mano. Me sure say all the necessary elements will be put into consideration. Na amia hu say e be bo ana say mbo na etimi an say omo pa de na on to mana to kro mu then we will know how to fully attack.
But that young man is doing very well. He's doing very well, Mr. And we need to commend him.
Thank you,
oh, of course.
Yes, a slot to be a radio presenter. Radio presenter. Okay, but boys be better what you say here. I'm better to akunya na kweja is here.
You know the mama introduce pen drive no.
Pen drive no na nya.
Ba captain, Brana, I know where in van in man.
Of course, that's why we are all talking about.
Come on, from
and you cannot
Gold
jump
Star
into
sources. No player at Gold Star.
No.
Less than 2,000.
No.
Okay.
Some come in, no Jomo Mounka. And I can say same for some artists.
And I am emphatic in you say, oh, cannot count authority.
Oh, some guys the Gold Stars
there wasn't authoritative
Gold Stars. Player woman piano craja about 2,200 and some matter to.
Oh, okay.
They were two but to meet me less than that.
No.
The net. Okay.
Hey, oh money bro.
No to my sister more paid.
Now go the Juma here.
I'm going to go for Africa.
Car crab no.
I'm some recruitment you. I'm so
I'm the bright edge. I'm the bright edge. I'm the bright edge. I'm the duku age anymore here. So you know, but we to na pink kasa was South Africa. Na kasa was South Africa.
Na kasa way.
South Africa Kaiser
Toyota way no. Oh okay.
Thank you very much. As you know, Kumasi Asante Kotoko is Ghana's most decorated football club. History in everything with the most millions of fan base in Ghana. We are glad to be part of the Toyota competition, and it's a revenge game for us. Since they took it away from penalty the last time, we're here to revenge. And it's a good game for our preseason. We were third on the league of our professional league, and we've doing some new signings to up the game. We won the FA Cup, and since both of us are going for the Confederation Cup, it's a very good opportunity to test our strength. And also, we're here to do good work, give you a big introduction of Kumasi Asante Kotoko as it used to be. We've won the Champions Cup for 2 times. The FA Cup, we've won it for 12 times, 25 times in the league also. And with a great fan base, mostly in Ghana, and we can tell you about 65% of Ghana's population is Kotoko supporters. Yes. Kotoko is a great team, historically and currently. We've been through ups and downs, just like Kaiser Chiefs, but we're using this opportunity to revamp everything we have. Now that we're going to Africa, we could say we're going to make an impact. We're doing an impact to the Cup, Confederation Cup we're going to do. So take a look for us, and we're happy to be here. We'll be joining you, our team, as the preseason goes on, engaging others also. So thank you very much on this.
Nana say,
say, we do the
Toyota
Cup.
Yeah. Okay. And no na invite Kotoko.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Na I was there, man. The team is there, neighbor.
On it, or there because connect Kaiser Chiefs.
One game.
Yeah, one game.
Oh, okay. On 26 July.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kotoko be South Africa.
Yeah, me to say they say confirm.
And the one number preseason, Anna.
Yes, one number preseason. No, we are my cup now. So I'm about champions of champions now. League na start.
Unless the Kotoko preseason will be in South Africa.
In South Africa. Oh. No, we are the match with so.
Which of them?
Because they will be using the Galaxy pitch in all those.
For the preseason. Okay.
Anka, do you see Anka? You expect to be home. Asante Kotoko. Big things. Now, tournaments like this in South Africa.
But you go beyond it, and then apart from this, no, Sika be free mabasu here.
So me janga krawo.
On the channel, it's a preseason, right? But at the Moses Madiba Stadium, Mabida, in Durban, Kaiser Chiefs Stadium, Meboa. Anna. Okay. Hey, that's I am going. Nigeria.
A good one there. I said I want Oboko Nigeria.
I didn't go to Wankono. They got to cast on Omeko. A cook up.
And it has Baka Kobono.
Say, and your bad teams no to 2 coin Cobazana, as I say. So move to 2 coin Cobobon.
No, it's a Kotoko. Herbert the Kotoko statistician, we say, and at that time you were part of the entire Janeta.
And Tomo Yashi Wakra.
No, some best starting no more boy, President Cup on this on the 6th of July.
Yeah.
And we are here on the 10th or so.
Per the arrangement of Saturday, because friendly match this Saturday for justified players. Now, almost on this one. Now, Monday, almost about another friendly. Then on Tuesday, they start preparation for the President's Cup. After the President's Cup, justify for whether Ombefe or not. Normally, I can't. Then they move to South Africa. That's the arrangement for now. See, and no, almost for 2 beer until they be when they be here once.
Support is in the Pamo. We say, I won't pay money justify.
I saw happy, and I'm saying, also control one almost away. I was about watch it. And I'm saying, what was almost I'm ranching. Say, on this, the woman I know. I know.
So, what does Pamo player?
No, Coach Karim Zito, Nankasakura, he players. Because I pay me information around almost started March in about 5 minutes now. coach was not impressed. So Boris on or sign.
That's a five.
Yes.
So as
the intensity in the omo no our form. I say omo obia is slow.
That's a five.
Emma later I think there were some positives though. About 6 players be or penny for jotting it down. Episode of my money and the normal match on Saturday before they will proceed. And right there, nipa be brain by to be free in crime, be free Burkina and Adina Benti. Senegal for you know,
that's a five one.
Yeah, Ghana and Libya no bow is Duani. Senegal no swaba. Ebe Bobia near the Yanoni Ishmael entry. And Ishmael did any former Dreams Karela. Dreams of Africa no count. And a Karela Betono. On a baby. And one yes, after Zito no on the purely like Zito ne pese Obia Heno.
I say Johnson, you know.
And so to one Emmanuel Isaka. On say pay me information no. Oma Jordan no number 10. On the Enra minya news ne say ometimi Jordan at work akra. And na Jima Bedu esube yebi. But there was this guy,
you know, one now banner your fro.
We know a year infant say how should I want to
Scouts
put yes, recommendations. Let me put it that way. Recommendations. And they decided to open the door for those recommendations to accept the pool of recommendations, you know. Then after that, now you two yenya but trash him because Future Stars say 3 players from Future Stars.
Okay.
And a buy.
Future Stars
yes, and a former team. The 3 and a buy from Enra. Intia say yeah, my chance. Let me put it that way. On say we will be so you get the opportunity. I don't mean not to my
no pass no him
Go Stars. Kamara.
Boman fan.
The one they saw on justify player. On the be a boy Go Stars.
And there's man fan go to come am fan.
Omuwie.
Only na ka bibi by say do na for what is.
Nti me otu omo nyina ahwehwe eye bia nti we no ntim be ase Evan say o de oben na o de also wo bi o de manimbre na de nti ewie na se enya na se o kire bo ameka se aha nti sa na ase koye ye nti
Captain so wa banti
me say ka me ba na buy no nti ka me 1 minute bi na 2 minutes bi e pra kira naja majama boss no so
na na ka basintare dia
basintare enya ne kan ba for ne kan ne kan bi enya ono ko be kan bi you be kan bi so I would like Azali ne Parker Hansen so to omo minimum house of folk say omo ye trainer no player but enne and omo join house of folk fully to complete the technical team no so to I was coach Masuda Didi Damani kono the 2 video analysts and the cancer coaches on you know over house of folk technical setup no so to fully complete coach Didi Dramani, the head coach, Zoto Abdullah Ghazali, the first assistant, Parker Hansen, the second assistant. Now goalkeeper's trainer. No, we have to complete it. Also Ghazali, it's sorted out with Baseke. I know resigned I think 3 days ago. And I signed the contract to us. And Oba. And you know, I feel I complete. And that 2 video analysis no so to home. Then now omo afa advisor to the board no in all football related matters as far as concerned.
Okay, say asem we ba so advice on there
and I make a choice in all football
that was in related issues. Don't add it.
I'm not addressing the statement.
Say the statement give a direct designation. And remember,
because I've done extensive discussion with House of Football members.
So between you and the House statement,
they decided to come out with that statement short. And some person for
Matthias,
is your person room. But my round I make off further.
Now, me say, has a crater on the ban. The old can then come
of Pujitum. Me my further.
Okay, remember this statement. Further.
So,
okay, that was Zibo's worry. You have to state it, say. It's a board niche. You'll be 3 or 4 on football related matters. But the sentence had special duties.
Say no na all the time na me had on that day. So I decided to do calls and find out. And I me kunya all these things are me making. You know, yes, no cresa, but I move further than the statement, you know. And this 24 Ekaboma has to be a complete tanker team. And I want to believe say if this technical
team,
not directly, you know, tanker team there. As far as tanker team, so who advice will be all football matters. I had the first team.
Or advice board
no on football matters. I had the first team no who wants to be
no catch board no.
I no to me
no board na be catch.
Who's no me catch say tanker team no your aspect be who's asking every month for ball no coach here juma yes I must go for set piece coach and I'm go find buy and bounce who say here juma
no
mo dey na me can say
there be coach in the deba
and am you two who's that before any horse how no before no money be until say ateta dey but no money be easy and then no but ateta na money popular
also mo coach training set piece a part of your training
yeah
and now they are experts and to read the oba be set piece
fantastic you know as I try to expand the tanker team no to meet a certain level be to be standard you know let's encourage them.
Okay.
But you know said let's encourage them. I think they come good.
Amenka Kotoko Asemika Krebi. Na say supporters of course ni bi mauso.
Yeah.
Ebi mauso.
Do baby an ha adwene.
Na kwa no pemenya be 3. Say supporters ni omo ye worry kakra. And Ubi also nkasa nkyere supporters no about the Kosovo club name, especially when it comes to recruitment. Unim is football club and the supporters. Club ni ntimi nyina baby, na supporters ni so gyina baby. The moment so supporters be different idea from how mo run the club no, mo di club na ni mo so mo different idea no. Enya dia success be bada. Say if my OBA lines is here now, my Kotoko supporters 10. Efra, 8 happy about the Ekoso. But to be also my bonti me church room. So the Ekoso way, and ya kwan Ekoso. Esiwa baby ya. My memfa examples me ni Emma na bema boda yenhwa ade kakra bi. Season we ba na we Barcelona J the Spanish La Liga. Omoji Spanish Super Cup and omoji Copa del Rey. But uhe Barcelona team ni carefully utu so mu areas be so more strengthen. So bit say Lamine Yamal. Barcelona need substitute for Lamine Yamal. Etu a season e ba na wi ya. Games Lamine Yamal mobi no. Barcelona struggle so mbese. Enti say Lamine Yamal based on the need say the football calendar no so esi no. So to you need substitutes. On team money nyina. Then Barcelona supporters start raising concerns. Because when you say last year, any this season ebe boy enyepe. And adeku and in central for share. To explain the plans next season. Ediche Barcelona supporters. Acquire to the current financial situation of the club. Because when you say Barcelona the last 3-4 seasons, the Thomas struggle power. Last year at a point, na Daniomo, the registration a problem. It's supporters ni bisa say, yesika sem te say. Ye ba be last year de ni bia na. Ama febedu stage bi, na La Liga be consider ye. Ye be to mrana to be na bia Barcelona ye kase enti. Yesi emfa register player na. And wanya chance na wachire mudi achire obia. Etu ye Barcelona supporter, onim say this is the direction of the club. Another big club, AC Milan, in a bad season. Omo appointing new sporting director, Egletari, Free Albania. Purely. Oba Fiorentina.
Okay.
Yoto enene nansa and I get tired so soon as to talk about the plan of the club. A quite my supporters say now to so they see last season, this season they been CBM. Or quiet church even areas are. Or my imagine some mobile players are more maba. Yes.
Never church Johnny ran this morning.
Oh, church, virtual church BBM. And then the plan of the club. Where it almost started here, the appointment of Ono as sporting director. The next thing, Mas Allegri, who is a proven winner. Because next season, Milan, the only competition, I'm going to say top level competition, Ombe compete with me Syria. It will say Syria and Ombe Bono. If they want somebody or experience in the Italian league, over the Abo Magic League now, and they want to go to Subi, Abraham Mas Allegri, Etifi, Etiakofa Allegri, the kind of signings of Mobile. It will match in them 2 year supporter, who him the plan of the club. 2025-2026, Kotoko plan is saying. Somebody should come out and speak to the supporters. And no mubeti I justify. Adia bechiana play a biaba. And unima deba kwe hardne. Omu here. Zoto. Players now otono and the supporters ko stadium. Se Kotoko assign 6 players are. Minimu ba ko a won se Kotoko supporters abo mo semse with the management ayade. Player be a Kotoko assign be more doubt.
Oyerepa.
Oh, I say you know,
nobody can doubt.
Not doubt in terms of their performance, but in terms of having the ability to get people to the stadium.
Of course.
We know it.
Oh, locally, Ghana have open one of the best center backs.
Is he a crowd puller? I was I'm the one and I jibo now. Usually their players, their names alone. Go for some correct.
But currently in the Ghana League, Zakaria Hussein is a big name. In the Ghana League, France is quite a big name.
Assume so a big name. But wait,
that's the reality. You can't talk about.
And a league na ebono, and a league na ebono, and a league na ebono. Player by the supporters go stadium. Player by
based on the Ghanaian standard.
No, player by second league as America. Player by the supporters go stadium. But player na better supporters go stadium is the two. Even the management can create it. Ada yeti kroma Herbert Mensah go for players and free power FC ama Humphrey am no ye din be no mo by of finding a way to sell them into the minds of the supporters.
So they have no member
one man aba
ndi om ko South Africa ni ade no
so to yeti tia betie na ne chano no when you say if there is one season I will engage Kotoko supporters are omunni confidence wo mo signings ma em so you first say or ban the second one the first say na win it was
na so Jibo transfer in the be ndabe no Jibo transfer in ndabe ni
so to
moto
and they say
Sunday ba FA Cup
and I justify om ye justify om ye me the man ko obi Safudu kuti ne ba bi say om say a future stars players me ansa ekoye justify say do mu si twabo Safudu ku no ehu only reason why ebia players no future stars so ban so to mo ye good o. But the issue is nobody is speaking to the supporters.
No, Safudu Kasai.
Oh, their reaction.
No, Safudu Kasai.
But they were
right after Mensia visit Safudu Kasai. And he made it clear, say they only an interview after the Mensia visit. Only an interview was one. On my free hey till Monday, which was Monday, yeah. Omo be players ebe ko ho adwuma. That was the first thing. Omo wia the announcement of a project manager ebeba or listia no owie the announcement of the preseason plan of Kotoko beba owie no kan say on be started training that was enra o kan nyina
one Da Costa uzu one of the fans are calling for Da Costa
golden kicks for number 10
na oma announce preseason plans
so stati say be omu fi we no no the point is Safudu made it clear say omu fi ha omekwa ha
Kotoko Legina South Africa yom kobo competition
they have announced this one
e be onya wote e Legina South Africa kobo competition na me say omo announce some preseason plans
so far match you announce it
justify omo ye nyina ne selection omo ye nyina it's part of the process to prepare the team for next season
and after the interview
let's accept it there is a huge gap of communication between the management and the supporters let's accept it.
That's a voice communication.
Oh, Mizoto. Me super be telephone line to say the WhatsApp, Facebook no. Can messages about. Not to say make us a players na nya ade o. Ba Mizoto player kura no. you can create a player man be popular. Ah, Bekwen e ba Kotoko. Mizoto. Ne dia na Bekwen aye wo Ghana league mo.
Afi no mo ba.
Mizoto ade ne announce o
before the travel.
Owura fi say. O de me enko akiri bia. Nana Bantman ne. Time almost started so moto inkum. Ene Harrisona for mo ne Bekwen mo. O de wa na meka. O betena Fox FM. That day. Chichire mu babranti way. O ko second year. Boy, obo no ho ne yetena se ehwe mu no. You share right backs ni nyina no. Even though both in the professionals, but you when the ball now obo no wo suru chen obi a. When you lead, Mizoto, when you lead, the people and the you take your message serious. The quietness of this man.
Young fans say a good suggestion. Let's move on. A good suggestion. That's
I don't know what you mean.
No, the madam Chen say is a good input you are making. And then yet the Biana, it's a good strategy. Probably Safu Fitz will pray free here, no Kasawa communicate. And you think there should be a more formal way of bringing
because before even the appointment of Safu Duku, Obed Watna. Say atna hariatna mematna aya complaining say there is a huge gap when it comes to communication.
But Safuba here say fine
Jobe on person make us.
These issues ni be for instance league ni ewie any boy FA Cup. That was just in 2 weeks in bio.
Just a week.
No, 2 weeks cram by.
But they've signed 4.
Exactly. 2 weeks in by. Meaning they are working on something. The one I made me free ball.
Okay, my understanding
league near around September.
There should be some noise kakra about the signings. Deliberate
attempt to create noise.
Create noise and some buzz about them.
Exactly.
And then the other sana. Sometimes I can make it a topic even on social media. As those things. Sana is silent.
Okay. Ejuma ye Mizoto. Ejuma ye. Yewo Omo fans some ye fans and I say listeners. Okay. When they start raising concerns. When they start raising concerns. On chance what time we do na beba kasa. What I'm trying to say is silence no mo ye Kotoko supporters no omo kasa no omo ni gidie wom. Not to say be a players na nyade o. But
omo ni mom.
Enya so omo ni mom that enya ho na issue no. But omo ni gidie wom.
Two different statements.
Meba.
What as you gidie dey na nim so nyade. Now you have doubts.
Yes.
But when you don't know
because unim dey ntia, because na me start say it here Mizoto. Kotoko pass it through one system of preparing for every single season for a long period for like 15-20 years and I be the same thing. Because nakofebiaba yenye scan sa nyoma no. It's what I'm trying to say is virtually new season e Roma view for Kotoko mo de Roma view. They don't have time. It's one supporters they start to say Zoto omo doubts kaka. Quickly you come out. Explain to them the plan of the club. Name to supporters, na say empanyi for kra say no moye. Ba wo ja to wo saa. E creating negative for you o team. Ene so no, bo no mo hwe dada. O ma ne to aso saa, afa bebo match Mizoto na stadium ne da ho no obi ama. That is where me masem ne won say, omo ma supporters ne hu their plan, omo di run next season mu.
Na jibo musu make say, Safuduku ne yen, one ya eti hey I interview. Aka plan actually. And he said, if we come back here, he had one-on-one interview with us, telling us the plan for the next 3 weeks, what the plan will be. So if we come back here and question the same person now, Oja will be asked, interview what is the plan? When on one kasa plan,
and your plan on my you, supporters na gato plan.
When you say plan, when someone listen me kwaha. So what kind of plan natural? And I'm to one kind of plan natural. Say them business what is your plan? I am so about 12 me kuyi. Ebia by this time you are telling me your plan.
Zabudu kuka say, mo money enti.
Ebia na unia.
There would the ball.
Because then you were not here.
For the ball.
That would be the you were not around.
No, Samuel.
Oh, Mr. Toad, it's what I'm trying to say.
You should have a plan. Of course.
There be.
Supporters proper plans. They have to concentrate on
the leadership, the ordinary supporter, or not the Onubico on go circle on Corey, no account.
Okay.
Say, Samini. Okay.
Boniti.
Next step is the best performance. Technical team playing, but we are involved in the best performance. Now we will support that discussing. Now there be an man going that's strengthening. The technical side is they are important. The players are ready. And then what's happening in the Friday, we want to make sure say we are not officer in the trust in the union. This is a nice time we jump quite so that as they go home, all kinds of players are on the coin. Players are on the body captain on technical team with the home. Now, so I report to me now. To the other players, is it going well? Sure, Kotoko is the greatest club in the country. Sometimes, because of Kotoko, Yana Upi player and Hon Samanai, but I can tell you, sir, you are active swiftly. And you say, the last minute, I open registration, the first time play in the next few days. All those issues, the players will cooperate. Coach Karim Zitu, is he a technical director? Will he continue as active manager or be let's say 2 years, 1 year to finish the next season? See, I'm not going to say is it fine or as a technical director? I was acting as the head coach. There are several options on the table. So, should we bring in substantive coach, not only the technical director role, and I say, or a person a different role? The conversation, but options will be.
What's wrong with you? You see, he gave a lot of information, but he was answering questions. But what I say, I say a difference. Sometimes, lawyer, wow, she said what there from point 1 to point 2.3, but he gave hints about plans and programs as Baba asking, and he said sanity. When I'm a boy, okay.
May massive Nina needs here. On same to two. Men cast players or Maba or Moyade and Omanyade. So one will be a mefin. But club of Kranuko two player, do two player ye. Player on sorry preoccupant of Beji Diu. A you been a yeno, so him, sir. Na player Naba Beji. Ah, Bafo what he. A do time be Premier League. Liverpool for so po. Philippe go to any Bobo Chenobia. Oko Barcelona, almost one more mercy. And he said, "You see, you will Liverpool na be to ye may you saw." She said, "You bet see Gigi win. I will free become by." So so nimbo.
So far as Kotoko sign. If it's Zakaria Fuseni, Francis Akwa Hubejew, I can stick my neck out for these players. But Johnson, I'm the minimum.
Because
but based on the league I idea. If you are looking at center backs available, more experience, Africa, there are few you can mention. And even the ones that you mention, are they available to play for you? For instance, we don't know Karazak Simpson as say. Our case nations for among Tom and Farmer House among Kantromo. It looks virtually impossible looking at the financial structure of clubs in Ghana. Say, Obekoso compare Razak Simpson. Heart of Lions the $100,000 and our two Ebenezer Alban so. No two. We also call Alban $100,000. So for
Kotoko was on the $500,000. We send him message. That cost to
Ah, okay. And
500,000 CDs.
500,000 CDs. 5 billion. Oh, no too.
For that cost to
what I'm trying to say is,
there's more available.
Me am a teaching so too. And then 2 or 3 and then 2, 3 or 4 days ago. And a management ne support say o ma agree say national circles abano mo kwakoto no. Wow, we are registered on the Fabu census. On our koto. They say Fabu census in the koto aba. Kotoko will need numbers. We are one area so to bet me raise a lot of money. Won't me Fabu census ni nyina baby. Now want me for Juma when it comes to buying players, getting players, our decisions you are taking. Now know that baby also require pesika whereby you don't communicate to it.
PR consultant.
But when I'm not Safu Dukubishi I was secretariat. After that, you're expecting some announcement to come out on the roadmap for the circle selections.
To our card,
that is what we are picking. Number 2, so you say Jibo, Yanyanity as an Anaba, and every South Africa bar, so two other ones no better also. All the necessary announcements, as bit me aba after Nana, a free South Africa.
Oh, okay. As a winner input.
Oh, the winner or that. No, you're that Canada. All these things, Jibo, you're Canada. You said it here. You said it at promise.
Okay.
When it comes to the plan of the Nana because South Africa, you can say or Kwaba or Bar, then all the announcement will happen.
No,
as a media person, we get news. And when you get the news,
you are not authoritative enough. Okay, maybe
say we do not prefer Vitinha and Nuno Mendes and Van Dijk aba. They be naka. Nuno Mendes aba Kruma Vitinha aba Van Dijk aba. They be one and two more
players, no.
Yes. Francis Akwasu and Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
I find you be breaking it down whether indeed or fitted the style of Nuno Mendes.
On the class worker.
Jausu Vitinha.
So but some remain and SMD.
Rockstars Roofing. Brana Ebeje Omunchensi ni bialuzen ni aluminium products no na fabo odan so see this na pick 15% discount. Rockstars Roofing ni product bia auto eso fa wani che Rockstars outlet ni nyina Ghana maimu a na ubenya ya aluzen ni aluminium product no ebi 0501453869 0544338042 Pepsodent Cavity Fighter Toothpaste eno ena yedi HES ema yenum nka no eye kama ebo yese no ban na asisi ntokro bia ewo yesenim we no Ghana Dental Association ajatum se no ena yedi twese a ebebo ayen Pepsodent every smile matters for Sia Herbal Center and so the memo drone abe drama so men's powder ewo hodo ma fe cobites ena herbal mixture no and so ojibia eboa ema utimi didi kama eboa ma bo aduma kama ewo mpemba bi eton ro bi akwa obenya fosia nupa ni bi na wato 0244017097 bibini Toma Plus eno so boana to also ahodo nyina se e de afro se also ena edunya pe bibini Toma Plus ni bi neto ura eye herbal shop pharmaceutical shop bia obenya bi ato 0558 055 894 0541 337 816 and tumpan insecticide spray ekumwa wan ketenkete nyina e de free baby eteno tontom tefre sonkronso and afe entatia ye jam eye center eham enso ewo demo wa bra odi tumpan insecticide spray spray emwa wan ketenkete no enyina fo ani chrem ewo kumasi sokoban ubenya ni doso poatu akra pokiasi SCP 0553 082674 0553082607 atumpa insecticide spray edia eno Franco Trading Enterprise bejo phones ahodo ene na accessories electronics aope edia kofi akodi juma no ni nyina Franco Trading Enterprise ma obi Kumasi anom ye branches ne ato apete bowra ba bia Franco ye branch ni bi wona je oni ma ni bi 0245 316969 0560 684147 Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ye ma me adua ya no no was in live okay no ebi ewo adwaman so na de tie ne se SK enso ewo adwaman so na fa jirika jiri eboa mema no ewo empamu dwumadie mu Power Specialist Herbal Hospital wo freno ewo 0244 544422 and 0200 383831 Mascot Roofing and Construction Esebejim wom construction materials no any roofing sheet any metal trusses ni bi nefa gu odan so papa o de bodan so a e ma dan no enya hode ye ma warranty e wo ye brands ahodo miensa na wo beto ni nyina eso ni ama discount enso wabra oba na wabeto enema ni bi Kumasi Pechi number 2 eho na Mascot Roofing and Construction eho yebe police station no Pechi number 2 friend eho 0243 234 483 and at 0501 498 723. Kel Chaco toothpaste and some aposia de bidie and so gumo say Chaco no ebua ema ene udi kiusia ema wanum eti kama FDA aja tumtino Kel Chaco toothpaste no ye de kwa fiefie mu na awofo no edi amankwada no edi atwe omo se no omo so edi bi atwi omo ese Samara Company Limited, woman ko 5x4 it was 0246 864 now 0501454462. Boss, fix my ride by Intino. The cars me na repair.
Yedika kakanjen was.
Yeah.
Actually, man, for then I kanjen also.
Yeah.
Wow, also be en case ye do. Ya no bi ne yedika ka grow fine so wansem. Se no so eboapa ebi so herbal center so ye kan se anini ade de one una ka aka amen scientific herbal Adams and Dr. Sheikh Amimbosu se awoni stroke ni ade ne bomb number no say 0277001234 say the SM time.
Yes, and the SM time Thursdays it do sabria ya na ede nkofo person mutie this time because ye ma omo ayaresa misotuo na na me kan no miensa SM e de abadwa so e wodwa so dada na mo mi hyemu kena sese upa bi nom na ebo no tu ya de ase e de ma o misotuo first of all no SM be strong bitters eno ye general body pains so honam e na ye wo ya so sisi no na won sa so uti ba bia ni pa to so honam ye ya bia no so unya be strong bitters na actually din ebo papa ufra no so SM malaria I ne so to ya malaria abaya 3D malaria hankrofo no nombi and na make sure say yes unum malaria drugs ni bi na free say obi a ho ato but ebia na deep enough na SM no malamix no enam say yen han ni sa ne ma na ye de aye no e go deep into the system e weke ema etu ase donko nti malaria no enkonsa ma ebia ma fo na me de tonton kwa ka me na abada bi untu ase Obet me can say we actually and tontum kan na malaria ba and I say that there be enya sa so unu mado na se tu ase a tontum ka akra emba SM malamis no ya de ebo adwuma papa because to as usual SM bitters there e go so e na adwuma SM bitters ye kan na manfo asori atenase as manfo asori agina ho because of the adwuma ye kan ho asem say usisi ene patenka Obet what the dance here unim oka ho asem so chira foforo SM on the republic a oka ho asem chira foforo because na o complain about the sisi me man bi no mu me nua no yes me nua no SM man bi no ono me okobaye no obechia me bi mu say mama no dro edunti no mzo to say sisi na hawo ana wanu ma dro bia na dro no enko aja dro bia no SM bitters simple say the kaka say dro no mzo to any side effect o. The doctor say what two challenges obi ana on we do and a side effect and be you say no na nye SM bitters any edu herbal hospital ndo papa ya de abadwa so it is so sisi and how na watenka mzoto am so to ti asem bi na me ka asem bi na am say na one timati one tie ni ye o za maka asem de SM be strong abadwa so SM ed strong na abadwa so mzoto say o ma o mo pese o mo mpaso ye de no na omo ti de pa no se unum be strong na num SM no ka ho edek be strong bitters unum am so to for edek SM bitters no e ka ho na wo de we are can results no e de akire people don't know se ade e general body pains e ma wa ho de sisi so no se unya num no na se unum SM bitters na ma wo sisi no wa ten kan pega ka ho de a to de obetuma ye nim pass no so to your guess is good as mine. We are doing a manum, any alcoholic. Edu ya ba hospital no ni nyina alcoholic. Aya draw with the two fire, bitters of fire na wonum. Nemo your best result did we answer na wanum because of how do near powerful no. So untimi koma na ko fa same bebre e de aba did you answer na wanom so to me fa me telephone numbers yi mudwa ma hu se news for no e ba se de be ya o e bia pe question bi na be obusa o pe kwa kire bia o fe doctor obenya no 0243 989368 0243 989368 so to ana 0558 379545 0558 379545 and 0201 044221 0201 044221 yadi ka say out the open SMB test any you about hospital enu na obenya bi atoro bisoto kolnak de ashtown okwa from kwantempo so obenya bi ato e de free do obi afra ni enkyere ho sanso na Freddy Mens okay obenya bi ato e de free ho obenya bi ato Kasapa Pharmacy Tachiman Kumasi Station ho obenya bi ato e de free ho